What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I had to switch headphones in real time there, George. You didn't see it, but they died. They died. But we're back. We got a little live before lock coming at you. Game week 21. We're here. If you're here for the Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson giveaway, that's going to be fun. We're going to be doing that a little bit towards the end. Over 300 names. Over 300 names on. Actually, I'll show you the wheel right now. I'll show you the wheel just so you can see it, just so you know it's real. Oh, Radio Mike says Hershey. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We get the wheel right there. Look at those sweet, sweet names. So we're going to be giving that out a little bit later today. Get excited for that. Big hug from Portugal. There we go. Marvelous. We've had our ups and downs in the chat. It's good to see we're getting off in a loving manner to start. But George, how are we doing, man?
Like I said, I got here with about 3 minutes to spare. I'm not sure there has been a male on planet Earth as full as I am of Indian food ever. I think in the existence of humanity.
Well, on Monday it was mince pie. Friday, Friday it's Indian.
I'm really
food.
living up to the British stereotype here, aren't I? Some mince pies and then Indian food. That's pretty much.
I love it.
Every Brit, but yes, I'm good to go. I'm good for Sorare.
I love it. Listen, if this is your first time here, welcome. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification button. If you want to go check out what George is doing over the Swingman Pod, you can see them linked in the show notes in the description, so go check that out. But if it's your first time here, what we're going to do is kind of go over all the injury news up top, all the information that we have at this time. We'll dive into some of the projections, and then after we get through like just a handful of plays that we are like from every tier, we'll then get into your questions and answers. Then we'll get you out of here. But more importantly, we'll also give away a rare tier card. I feel like it might be. Actually, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be yet, but it is a rare tier card. All you're going to do is like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Kuminga into the chat after Kuminga just dropped like a firebomb into the Golden State clubhouse today after not getting placed. Salah, Salah was asking, hey, what do I need to do? All you need to do is like the stream, subscribe, and then like my favorite glazer in the chat, Nal did right here, you just put hashtag Kuminga, throw that into the chat right there. But yeah, I guess before we kind of dive into some of this injury news, George, any like overarching slate thoughts that you have heading into game week 21?
I mean, there's only one that realistically I could say, and I'm not sure it's the pinnacle of the slate thought, but Bobo's back. There we go. There we go.
Bobo, not only is Bobo back, we're gonna do the drop for Bobo. I bought a Bobo today, and that is what we're gonna be giving away, but it's gonna be after this game week's over because I'm gonna use the Bobo.
Bobo?
Bobo.
His first name is Bull and his last name is Bull?
No, yeah. Long legs.
Oh my god! I bet his legs are taller than my whole body. I'm leaving you for Bobo. Like,
we love an early Bobo video drop. It's good to have it. Good to have Bobo back in our hearts. Yeah, it might be a Bobo week. I think that's right. I'll be honest. He's only made my underdog lineups. I haven't been as confident enough to fire him.
Champion. Red champion.
I need that KD news. Also, Coach Stark Holmes, boots on the ground in Phoenix, says place goes bonkers when he scores. I mean, you could hear it. You could hear it when I was watching the Phoenix. What was their last home game? Not Clippers. I forget who they played, but you could hear it in the crowd. Yeah, it is Bobo week. It might be Bradley Beal week. Just you got to have two B's in your name, and you got to play for the Phoenix Suns, and then I'm going to play you. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to rapid fire kind of go over to our Underdog Fantasy where we get most of our injury news from when it comes to the NBA slate. I'll share screen as I go through. Some of the big stuff here. So KD's missed the last 2 games. He's still questionable. Hopefully we get a lot of this before lock. Luka, who normally like gets a Q tag and plays, the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is he didn't have a Q tag going into today. This was added around like noon, I think. That makes me a little bit nervous. LeBron for like the 38th straight game still has a Q tag. He's no longer sick, but now it's an ankle. He's questionable. Anthony Davis is probable. The Bulls are back. Zach LaVine and Vucci Mane are both back. I think both on minutes restrictions. I know Vooch is coming off the bench and is on a minutes restriction. I got to double check the LaVine news. Bruce Brown is questionable for the Pacers. He missed the last game. Derek Lively is questionable. Jonathan Kuminga, who we talked about, is probable. Nembhard is questionable for the Pacers. If somehow Nembhard and Bruce Brown misses, I mean, maybe you can fuck around with TJ McConnell. Patrick Williams is probable. Caruso is probable. Caleb Martin doubtful. Dante Exum is out. There's a couple of other things we need to get to as well. Like Al Horford has been ruled out. Just want to throw this out here. With Al out tonight, they've done this almost every back-to-back. We got update. Nembhard is out. There you go. Everyone's let me know Nembhard is out. The Celtics have been playing Al one night and Porzingis the next night. They haven't been playing both games to a back-to-back. So if you are playing either of those guys, know you might only be getting one of the 2 games this game week from Al and from Porzingis. The Hawks are still without Hunter. I don't know the other 2 guys. We already talked about the Pacers. We got Nembhard out now. OKC is good to go. Brooklyn, nothing that probably matters. Ben Simmons is still out. Evan Mobley, Garland still out for the Cavs. For the Knicks, Malachi Flynn's questionable. Sixers, you got Covington, Cork Maz. Oh, D'Anthony Melton is out. I did not know Melton was out. That's important for the Sixers. Mark Williams, again, this is like fucking 2 months now. It feels like Mark Williams, Gordon Hayward, LaMelo all out. The Bulls we talked about already. There was one, who was it? The Magic I want to get to. Ooh, Tari Easton is out, so I feel like we can still play Jayshawn Tate if we want to. The Clippers, nothing. Trey Murphy is questionable. That makes Herb Jones a little bit more intriguing if he gets ruled out. For the Blazers, DeAndre Ayton, Moses Brown, and Robert Williams are still out. And Jamari Walker is doubtful, which means fire up Baji, baby. I don't know that for real. I don't even know how he's projecting. We're going to have to look at that in a second. Mavericks, we kind of already talked about. Here we go. Magic is what I wanted to get to. They are without Franz, Markel, Jonathan Isaac, Joe Ingles, and Gary Harris with Wendell Carter Jr. questionable. Caleb Houston, Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black are like the guards and wings starting with Paolo and Goga. Cole Anthony is back, so that's good news. I mentioned Trevlin Queen and value hunting. I would have liked that more if Cole Anthony was out, but honestly, Cole Anthony is going to be a smash. Let me just make sure. Miami Heat are without Jimmy Buckets. We already talked about that. Eric Gordon's questionable as well. Oh, Detroit. This is somebody who's popping in everybody's projections. Alec Burks is questionable. And then let's see. I'm sorry. There's so many games tonight, so I'm getting through everybody. But I think that's just. Oh, Gary Trent Jr. is questionable. I think that's it. That's exhausting. I don't know. Out of all that injury news, is there anything that like really stood out for you?
The main one will be, I think Alec Burks is one of the sort of top guys with a lower projection, just because he's also done it for the past few nights. It isn't just like a projection of someone coming in. So he's the main guy that I think I'm going to be looking out for to make sure that Q-tag disappears. I
think what's tough too is that they are in Golden State tonight, I think. And so it is a 9 or 10 o'clock game Eastern time. I don't know if we're going to get that news before lock, which is a little bit of a bummer. They do have 2 games this game week. So maybe you get lucky with the second game. It would feel for him to be questionable. I feel like he'd probably play the second game if he doesn't play tonight, but I don't know, something to pay attention to. And I know people were talking about Looney because he played last night. That was matchup based that Kevon Looney got into the starting lineup. That had more to do with Jokic. All right. That was a lot. Let's remind the people who are just joining us, if you want to join the giveaway here that we got cooking, like the stream, subscribe, not that one, subscribe to hashtag, oh my God, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag Kaminga into the chat. And now we're going to Momentum Labs, where we go for our sweet projections. We're going to dive in there. Also, we get a bunch of new subs today. Shout out to all the new people that just got here. Hell yeah. We're going to dive into Momentum Labs projections. You can find a link to them in the show notes if that's something you're into. You want to get behind that paywall. What I'm going to do is rifle through cap 0 to 10. Get us up to 10. See if anybody pops, and you can chime in. Ish Wainwright, baby, for Portland, because they don't have anybody. He's going to cap a 1. Let's go. Projection of 8.5. You got Davion Mitchell from the Sacktown, like the Beam Boys, cap of 4, the projection at 9. Chris Duarte, he was somebody we talked about last week. He is now in the starting lineup for the Kings. He projects fine, cap of 7, projection of 14. And then you've got Kevin Knox, who honestly, if Burks is out, we might get more Kevin Knox. Caleb Houston, who somebody was talking about in the chat, cap of 8 with a projection of 17. And then Nikola Jovic, he got a shout in the value hunting this week. And the Miami team was not populating in my projections. I didn't think they had a game, and I was disappointed. And then it was just an error. You get a cap of 9 with a projection of 22. And then Isaiah Livers, another Detroit guy who'd benefit from no Burks, and Rocco project, and Tate. So from that 0 to 10, George, anybody making you tingle?
The Jovic one's really interesting. I hate the one game when so many have 2 is the only thing, because it can project really well. But again, he can get as many minutes as he wants. We're not expecting huge scores from him. And when you only have that one shot, it makes me a little bit wary. Jay Sean Tate, I think, is a solid one. I don't think he'll be hitting the heights that he did in recent game weeks, but he'll be up there. I'd be a fraud if I didn't say bowl, but I'm not expecting like a 25, 30 Sorare score from him. I would accept like 15 and I'd snap your hand off for it. And that's where I think he'll go there or thereabouts. So it also depends on the injury news that they get. Like Bradley Beal could just get injured. KD could sit a game and then Bol gets 25 minutes and we're all laughing. But
I'm agreeing with you. I mean, if KD is out, maybe he gets like 18 minutes or something. But even when KD has been out, he's been in that 14 to 17 minute range.
I think he closed. Did he not close out for them with the Clippers? I think he was on the floor.
But weren't they down like 20 in that game? I think they got smoked there towards the end.
We don't talk about that sort of thing. We don't talk about
But listen, the thing about Bol, you don't need him to play 30 minutes, and especially with the cap of 6. If he plays 15 minutes, he's like 2 points per fantasy point per minute guy out there. So I think that's fine. To talk on Jovic, I totally agree with you. So he played 27 or 8 minutes, I think, in that game, the most recent game, and against the Lakers, and he started. And I think it was like 15, 8, and 6 or something like that. But I totally agree. That might be an outlier. I do think he's going to start. Like, I think he will start again. I have no problem with him outpacing his cap. But I just don't. The 22, I feel like if you told me 17 to 18, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
If I would say this, if you're someone that has, especially on the rare side, if you have a Jovic rare, I'd almost consider selling him because he's around $50 now. And for someone that's on a 1 game with a 9, who's probably not going to be that much useful maybe after the next game week at a push, someone you could look to cash in on sometimes, because sometimes it's always worth doing that. So,
or you can put him in your lineup and win a fucking tier 1, baby. I didn't think about Ish Wainwright. Listen, if you have a banger lineup that leaves you with 1 cap and you want to fire it out there, go ahead. I'm more intrigued by that in a rare contender. I mean, a rare or limited underdog than I am. There's a lot of risk in that one.
The way in which when I saw people saying Ish, I was assuming it was Ish Smith that we were talking about, not Ish Wainwright. But yeah, here we go.
Ish Smith, always a play, baby. I know I saw, was it Alex? Somebody in the chat was asking about Jordan McLaughlin. I'm going to do questions towards the end, but I do think Jordan was in this range, right? He was someone I did. Okay, he's not even in. Wait.
Jordan McLaughlin is what I've seen. That's a good
okay.
one.
He's not in this projection. I saw him with I think it was like a cap of 6 with a projection of like 10 or 12 or something like that. I'm sorry if that's not exactly right, but he looked to be a fine play, not a sexy play. That's what I would say. All right, let's keep moving. We're gonna go from the 11 to 20 here and see if there's anybody. Ish Smith right there, cap 11, projection at 9. All right, we got Max Christie, who the shitty Los Angeles Lakers. He's got a cap of 11 with a projection of 18.5. You got Amin Thompson in there with a cap of 11 and projection of 15.5. The 12 range, Georges Yang, Mike Muscala, they project fine. 13 range, you got Larry Nance Jr. His cap's all the way down to 13. Wow. He projects for almost 19. Daniel Tice, who's out there for the Clippers running around. Christian Wood and Wood is cap 14, projection 20. Alec Burks, who we talked about, who again, if he plays, I love it. We got up here in the 16 range, Herbie Jones, Josh Hart, Xavier Tillman, all project pretty well. Even DeLon Wright projects okay. In the 17 range, you got Trey Jones, who missed just a bunch of threes last night. Jalen Smith here with the cap of 18, projection of 22. Let's see. And that's kind of it for nobody too sexy in this range. I don't know. Is there anybody in that 10 to 20 range that you are working with here?
So I didn't mind, like I said, Alec Burks, I think is a solid one just because he's done it in recent weeks.
Yeah.
I like Bilal Koulibaly over at the Wizards. If he's playing on the Knicks side, especially if Hartenstein plays only one of these games, kind of like that as a sort of gamble play. And then another one that's like a gut check one would be Cam Reddish. If LeBron sits one of these games, I don't know why, I just have a thing with Cam Reddish playing the Clippers. I don't know if I've just completely made this up. But there's some defensive actions that Cam Reddish can get, and he'll play a lot of minutes for them. So at 17, he won't project very well, but it's if you've got someone and you need a filler, maybe look at Cam Reddish.
All right. I like that. All right, for people asking questions, I promise I'll get to them after we get through the projection, so you can hang them on to them for a little bit here. For that range, though, nobody was really, I was like too jacked up to play. There was somebody, damn it, and I forgot what I was. Oh, we got to pay attention to the Dallas Mavericks news, and if somehow Luka sits with no what's his name? Excuse me, with no Dante Exum, Jaden Hardy should get a little love there. Grant Williams might miss this game too. So there could be a lot of minutes to go around. It might be what's his name? OMP. I forget what the rookie's name. He might get some run. I don't know if we'll get that news in time, but something to pay attention to. All right, 21-30. Let's see if there's anybody that really jumps off. Jalen Suggs, we mentioned the Magic are thin right now. Cap at 21 with a projection of 29. In the 22 range, nobody too exciting. Derek Lively, again, he's questionable, but cap at 23, projection of 31. One of my favorite plays this game week. We saw some ceiling from IQ in his new role with Toronto. He's going to cap at 23. I feel like this game week and the next game week are going to be the ones when he really shines now that he has a little bit of just like getting used to the Toronto offense. So Emmanuel Quickley is going to be in as many of my rosters as I can get him in this game week. Io projects really well. I'm sorry. That is IQ, not Io. I was going to say he should not project well. Bradley Beal, again, his cap's all the way down to 24. I was nervous about Bradley Beal, and then the guy played 41 minutes in that game the other night. So apparently he's healthy. OG Anunoby, his cap is 25, projection at 31. You get Karis LeVert down here with the cap at 26, projection at 33. Max Strus, Max Strus is popping in a lot of optimizers. Jakob Poeltl, Cam Johnson, Jalen Green, all in the green. K-Love has been doing a lot of good stuff for Miami off the bench. Malik Monk, we saw go for 37 real-life points the other night. They project okay. Andre Drummond, here, I'm going to give Andre Drummond one more pass on him. I'm not saying play Andre Drummond. I'm not saying go do it. Vooch is coming off the bench, and his minutes are monitored. So Drummond's probably going to play the same amount of minutes that he did, at least tonight, that he has the last couple of nights. So I think you can still run Drummond out one more time, but he's not my favorite option. All right. I think that's basically it in this range before we get up to 30. Anybody? I feel like this is usually the range that you live in, George. I feel like you are a connoisseur of 20 to 30.
I'll take that. Do you know what? I'll take that. It's any compliment I will take. The guys that, I mean, look, I think Emmanuel Quickley is going to be one of the guys that you can notably go to in this range at 23. You've seen him in the past. He's even had like 70-point scores on Sorare. So to get a 40 score this week would not surprise me. I'm also the idiot that then isn't playing him, so we can go for that. Mikal Bridges is popping a lot, and I have a weird thing with Mikal Bridges, right? Something isn't right, and it's not just the getting Jock Vaughan, it's just something isn't there. He doesn't seem to be taking as many shots. There's something not quite right, but I'm an idiot and I'm playing him. The one I kind of like a lot that isn't popping as much is Kelly Oubre Jr. If De'Anthony Melton sits, I think that he is a guy that is very capable of getting a couple of steals, a block here and there, a few three-pointers. He can get some of the rebounds as well. At 22 with 2 games, I think he's quite a good sort of underlying pick if you don't want to go for those major ones that everyone's going to be picking is what I'd say.
Yeah, I like that. One more thing. I think all of Brooklyn sucks right now. It's why I live in Queens. But no, I think they have been weird. And I know we like joked about the Jacques Vaughn thing. Tom Haberstroh wrote something in his Substack today that was basically like, so the Nets got fined $100,000 for that. They were piecing together that these sports books got absolutely hammered because of it too, because like there were sharp bettors that were like, they knew what was going down. But anyways, Bridges clearly was really pissed off about that. Like he was like, why are we doing this? And he's been pretty bad since then. We still haven't seen the ceiling from Bridges in general, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm playing him in my limited contender or champion, I think, because he does project really well, but I'm just tired of taking that L. All right, let's jump up into the 30s. We should shout out here. Indiana plays Atlanta tonight, and the over-under I think is 4,000. So if you could play any of those guys, Jalen Johnson, right? He's going to cap at 30, projection at 35. He's been playing great. Austin Reeves, because they've been without D'Lo, has been doing a little bit more. He's going to cap at 30, projection at 38. Jalen Duren, I love Jalen Duren. He's one of my favorite plays down here. I feel like his floor is 35, like, and his ceiling is up north of 40. You got Jeremy Grant down here. They're going to be thin tonight, so he'll probably chuck a lot. Zion here is every week. Zion cap at 34, projection at 35. Let's see. Anybody else that's like really screaming off the page in the 30s? We see Steph Curry's cap is under 40. Wow. Jared Allen, let's shout out Jared Allen. He's been playing like Nikola Jokic lately and has a good matchup against the Wizards. And then Kyrie Irving and Paolo, I think, are my favorite in the north part of the 30s because Kyrie's great without Luka, with and without Luka, but even better without Luka. And then Paolo, there's like 4 dudes playing for the Magic. What about you down there? What's getting you excited?
Well, I mean, you didn't mention one of the most voted All-Star candidates, Kyle Kuzma, so I was surprised by that one.
Yeah.
But in a more serious note, I think Paolo Banchero's my favorite play out of this slate. I don't know why I say this. I don't have him, and he's my favorite player. I don't know why I do.
And me
myself,
neither.
But Paolo Banchero, especially with the guys that they've got out missing, as long as no one treads on his foot when he goes for a rebound this time, he'll be fine. And I think apart from that, I really like Jaren Jackson Jr. at 34. He's playing the Lakers and the Suns, who are both going through a shit time. So I've just got a feeling that the Grizzlies are kind of on the up a little bit. Those two teams are in murky waters. So I could see a Triple J block party coming in for sure. And apart from that, a Steph under 40, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Crazy.
Like, I've not even seen that. So whenever Steph is under 40, you can get him as a second guy in a champ team. They're playing Detroit, are they, this week, or are they playing the Clippers? Was it they're playing Detroit?
They're playing Detroit. They're playing Detroit tonight.
So, I mean, come on. That's worth a shot. If you've got a Steph Curry, I'd be playing Steph Curry again.
I mean, you legit can play Steph in a contender. Like I have Kyrie.
I have Ja Morant in my contender. So
yeah, so you can absolutely do that. I think it's going to be a competitive game week because of that. All right, yeah, I agree. I agree with all of that. The one, it's funny. I was a little bit nervous with Paolo. I have a lot of them on the underdog slate tonight, and I got nervous after the fact, after I'd already drafted a ton, because they are so thin and they're playing the Denver Nuggets. But the thing I did to talk myself back into it was that the Nuggets are on a back-to-back, and maybe they got drunk last night after that Golden State win. So that's what I'm rooting for.
Well, big brain over here. DeAndre Jordan in the rare underdog. Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
I think if you have Reggie Jackson and DeAndre Jordan, pair them up, Shaq and Kobe again, and just
that's great. All right, is there any? I guess we don't need to spend too much time. Be like, oh yeah, Devin Booker's a good play. Like I don't think we have to spend too much time up here. I was just seeing if there's anybody that was really like Tyrese Halliburton. Again, Halliburton and Trae Young. I'm doing everything I can to get them into my lineups. I mean, I don't know. Is there any like strong MVP take you have before we kind of pivot to some questions and stuff?
Well, I bought a rare Anthony Davis this week, so I would quite like to see him do something. But I think if I'm honest, the best one this week is probably Jokic, just because of the Magic's issues. And then they also play Detroit, I believe. So like you're looking at Jokic coming off of that game, that buzzer beater winner. If not, Halliburton's always a strong play, and I think that again the Pacers Hawks game is going to be 215 to 218, and he'll get no turnovers in that. So
there you go,
light it up.
Yeah, I love it. All right, let's remind the people here, if you're just joining or if you missed this part, we're going to give away a rare tier card here in a little bit. All you have to do to qualify is to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Kaminga into the chat, and that will qualify. We'll give that to you at the end. Also, do me a favor, go into the show notes. Make sure you're following Swingman Pod. Swingman, what are we up to? I'm going to click it right now. What are we up to over here at the Swingman Pod? Let's see. We're at 784. Let's get Swingman over 800. Can we? Can we do that? I'll drop a link into the chat, too, to make it a little bit easier for everybody. All right, let's go. What was I trying to do? Sorry. You know what ended up happening? I moved over to YouTube. All of a sudden, some voices started coming in my ears. I got distracted. Let's get into some of these questions here. Actually, you know what I'll do selfishly first? This is what I'm rolling with right now. I'm going to show you what I'm chucking with. I do my champions last because I don't have good champion cards. But here is my rare contender. I'm rolling out Kyrie, Bradley Beal, Emmanuel Quickley, Alec Burks, Nikola Jovic. Let's go.
For a contender. That's really strong for a contender.
Oh, I was sniffing a tier 1 rare in a contender this past week until last night. So I'm running it back this game week. And then my rare underdog, I actually think is kind of fun. Tate, Duarte, Bobo, Hart, Gordon. Come
I can
on.
try and pull mine. I can pull mine up 1 second. Let me
Oh, did we? Yeah, we figured out Sheen's screen share, baby.
There
Says
we
the
go.
device is not connected though.
It's just because it's on a different PC is how it's going to be. But we can quickly do mine. I think if I do that, is that going to work?
Okay, yeah, yeah, that one's up here. I just brought yours up.
There we go. So the main one that I'm really looking for, I'm actually got a confident rare champion. This famous last words, but I feel like that's pretty strong this week. Bobo is the sketchy one, but there's 4 main guys I think that are quite good there.
See, I'm okay with the sketchy when it allows you to do that.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I got in rare champ, and then at the moment, this is what I've got in rare contender.
Oh, Jovic,
Dame in a rare contender, but
wow, that's pretty good.
We're playing on those ones, and then I think in the champ on the limited side, that's my champ limited. I don't like playing a beat and maxi, but I don't have a guy that's in the 40 mark that I kind of want to use. So
I have a lot of maxi tonight too, and I'm really nervous because I just like remembered after. Oh, is OG gonna cover him? And I got real nervous about that. I know those are strong. Those are real strong. Yeah. I like that rare contender. I mean, the rare champ, I really like. All right, we are now. I'm going to start getting into some of these questions. I'll pull the projections back up. I'm going to do my best to get to everybody. I apologize if I missed some of these. Let's start. I'll start with Trevor here. I'm going to bring the projections back up. Trevor's saying Burks list is questionable. Do we think he's good to go? Trevor, I have no idea. But if we don't get any news until then, I'm just going to hope he plays one of the 2 games, and I'm still going to ride with him. Just because Detroit seems to have shrunk they got like 7 guys they're rolling out there consistently now. Hallier wants us to rank MPJ, Jalen Green, and Cole Anthony. Who you give it to us? Who you got?
I would go this week in particular, just because of the injuries. I would go Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, MPJ is what I would say.
Yep, I would do that too.
Just pure vibes, no idea on predictions.
No, I think that's going to project that way too. I would go Cole, Jalen, MPJ, especially with the Nuggets on a back-to-back. Although you want to maybe because they like bench Michael Porter Jr. down the stretch because Peyton Watson was playing so good. Tonight is Michael Porter Jr. night. There you go. There's a narrative for you. Miles or Mikal? Well, if I want to hang out with them, it's going to be Mikal. Mikal Bridges has a cap of 27 with a projection of 35. Miles is his cap's higher, 35 and 35. So you're saving same projection. You're saving 8 in cap. So there you go. How about Embiid, Bane, quickly, Duren, and Dayron? That's good. That's good. Sure, yeah, let's ride. Marco is just naming teams. Oh, these are all the teams playing a back-to-back. You got Jazz, Celtics, Pacers, Nets, Sixers, Knicks, Cavs, Wizards, Rockets, Blazers. 2 games back-to-back. There you go. All right, people are checking on Ron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins has a cap of 9 with a projection of 10. I think he'd probably want a couple people to get ruled out first. Santi Aldama has a cap of 17 with a projection of 19. That's easy enough. Where are these questions at, girl? All right, Felix says Andre Drummond or Walker Kessler, mate. We haven't talked about Walker.
I'm a big fan of the mate at the end there. I'm a big fan
me too. Me too. So I think they project pretty similarly here. Who are you taking, Kessler or Drummond?
Come on, who am I taking? Really? I'm not taking Drummond. I wasn't taking Drummond when he was the good player. I'm taking Walker Kessler there all day long. And Walker Kessler will give you utility for the next sort of like 400 game weeks in So Rare, and Drummond will give you utility maybe out of the next 3. So
unless Vucevic gets traded.
No.
This is the last game week you can use Drummond. I do like Drummond this week. I think I'd lean Kessler and just hope he goes for 7 blocks. Shockwave. Asking about Bull. I think it's
45, was it? Is that what he was projecting?
Okay. Is he not projecting
maybe 50? I'm not sure.
All right, he's not in the sheets. Give me 1 second here. Bull. Wait, why is it not projecting here either?
He's literally off the charts. That's what his projections are. That's how good they are, Shockwave.
Is he? Okay, here we go. Shout out Billy Jackson, top tier projections. He has a cap of 6 with a projection of 13. So there you go. Jaden Ivey, good luck projecting Jaden Ivey. He's got a cap of 29 with a projection of 26. Depends how he's feeling. All right, here we go. AJ Lee. We didn't talk about Chuma Kiki. Let me pull up Chuma. Again, awesome. Not projecting in here. Chuma benefits from all of the Magic being out. Cap of 5 with a projection of 11. So who are you? Rank these for me, George. You got Chuma, Bol, and Duarte.
If I'm being honest, I'd probably play Chris Duarte if I could. But then I genuinely would go Bol Bol after that. So it would be
Yeah.
Duarte, Bol Bol, and I can't remember. who else I would
Chuma
have.
finishes in third for me. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I would do it in that same order. Kim says Kyrie and Jay Sean Tate or Bridges and Smart. This is great because I'm playing two of them together and you're playing two of them together.
Yes.
Where do you
Marcus
land?
Smart's projecting really well, but he terrifies me because of how poorly he has been scoring recently. Because he's in that like weird small forward position because he's not better than Bane and Morant, so they're kind of like shoehorning him in. But I think I'd lean Bridges and Smart. It's very close.
Yeah, that's the safer one for sure. I think that is the safer one. If we get news before lock, also if we do get injury news, throw it in the chat. But if we get news before lock that Luka is out, I'm going Kyrie and Tate.
Yeah.
I also do think Tari Eason being out secures a few extra minutes for Tate. I know Tate's already starting right now. They're like comfortable with him in there, but I do think that secures a couple extra minutes for him. Nick is asking Jalen Johnson or Michael Porter Jr. Who are you taking there?
I'd take Jalen Johnson. Definitely.
Me too, man. I think even without them playing Indiana, but especially them playing Indiana. Reese is saying Bam. I'm assuming this is Jaylen Brown and Donovan Mitchell pick 2. I feel like this is straightforward.
I think Jaylen Brown's a lock. And do you know what? Actually, Bam Adebayo is playing the Suns, and there is a chance that I know he's only got one game, but he's a riskier player with a higher upside because I think less people will play him, and then you've got that risk and reward for it. So I would probably Donovan Mitchell's not been one that's really jumped out to me all year, so I would go those two.
Yeah, I'm going Bam and Spider. I don't like Donovan Mitchell, and I'm nervous that they're going to blow out Washington. But I think if Donovan Mitchell has a bad game, he gets you 45.
Yeah.
If Jaylen Brown has a bad game, he gets you
28.
Yeah. So I think that's what I would do there because I think Brown has a higher floor. I mean, Mitchell has a higher floor and a higher ceiling. And I just love Bam. I mean, Bam, outside of like one game, I think this most recent game against the Lakers has been super consistent. Oh my God, Vanderbilt. So Caleb, we hadn't talked about Vanderbilt yet. So Houston here has a cap of 8 with a projection of 17. Vandu has a cap of 11 with a projection of 12.
That's actually a realistic projection for once.
Once, not dark green. Are you taking the unknown of Caleb Houston here?
Yes, especially for everything that they've got going on. I'm taking Caleb. Also, just because Vanderbilt you'll see him play 28 minutes and literally do nothing. Like I know on a fantasy perspective, he'll do nothing. That's what annoys me.
I also listen. I don't even think he's just he's not good. Like I don't even think he's like a good defender anymore. I think I'm out on the Vanderbilt experience.
He has the aura of being a good defender, is what I'll say. That's what comes with Vanderbilt. Big news: Kevin Durant unlikely to play Friday. Just come out.
Whoa! All right, that's good.
It's good for Bol Bol.
Yeah,
play the drop, damn it! Play the drop.
We do it. Yeah, let's run the Bol Bol drop one more time because it is Bol Bol season. Get your emojis.
Bol Bol.
Bol Bol.
His first name is Bol and his last name is Bol.
No,
Look
yeah.
at his legs.
Long legs.
Oh my God! I bet his legs are taller than my whole body. I'm leaving you for Bol Bol. Like.
All right, there we go. That's our first big news. Carl, I'm going to take this one. It's Bradley Beal now, unless Donovan Mitchell gets ruled out. I know Karis LeVert's been doing a lot, but it's Beal, right? You're not taking LeVert over Beal, are you?
If you wake up in the morning and you want to be safe in life, you pick Karis LeVert. But if you want a bit of spice, Carl, you go for Bradley Beal, and you accept the 5-minute injury that's going to come in there. But
you just had Indian food. You take it. You love the spice, baby. It's Bradley Beal. Javier is asking. I'm not answering Jump Shoot's question. He's asking about Jimmy Kimmel or Aaron Rodgers. Javier is asking about Luke Kennard here. I don't think you can trust him yet. He's got a cap of 19 with a projection of 15. That cap needs to come down a little bit. I can't believe this is a question. Jaren Jack. I mean, I'm not making fun of you making the question. I just feel like Jaren Jackson Jr. is someone that's gotten 50 regularly. He's got a cap at 34, the projection of 34. Austin Reeves, cap at 30, the projection of 38. What say you, George?
I mean, yeah, that's not even I don't even think that's a debate. That's a Triple J all day long. It's like, that's not even a thing.
Got to take the upside of Triple J there. Jameson saying Karis, Jalen Green, or OG Anunoby. I'm going to wait. Honestly, I'm not playing OG Anunoby as a Nick until I see either his cap come down or him put up a good game. Not that he's been playing good basketball, but not. Randall and Brunson take so many shots. You know?
Yeah, I mean, out of that set, I'm going Karis LeVert. I know I just said about the Bradley Beal and Karis LeVert one, but Karis LeVert's cap is too low for what he can do currently in this sort of situation. But I do also like. There's a thing about Houston that I kind of like. I don't know what it is, but I like Jalen Green for it. So go for it.
Yeah, Jalen Green's big boom bust energy from Jalen Green. Somebody was asking about Mo Wagner in the chat. I would like for Wendell Carter Jr. to be out before I like fully roll out the Mo Vogs.
The issue with Mo Wagner is even when Wendell Carter Jr. is out and you think he's a good play, Goka just gets more minutes and does more in any case.
That's true.
So I would avoid Mo Wagner if I'm being honest.
That's true. Andrew's saying Pirtle or Bridges. Pirtle, I think, projects fine. We talked about him earlier. Yeah, cap at 27, projection at 30. Bridges projects better, but who are you taking there?
I would be taking. Thing is, I have like a skewed thing with Pirtle because I remember TST coming on and being like, hey, I think he's going to lose his place big time. So now I just have that in my head, no matter what. He could drop a 2029
I know.
And I'd still be thinking about it. So I would say Bridges, but either's fine.
Yeah, I think either's fine. This really tests your Bridges love, though. Manuel Quickly or Mikal Bridges?
Emmanuel Quickly is.
Yeah.
Just because as well, they're close on cap, but if you look at form right now, Emmanuel Quickly is in such better form than Mikal Bridges. So
yeah. Jocko was saying mix and match. I don't know what you mean. Do you mean pick two? Do you mean pick two, Jocko? I think it would be I don't know what you're asking. I think you're gonna pick one of Jalen and Mathurin and one of Bol and Duarte. That would be my guess.
Yeah, because they're similar caps. I would pick Benedict Mathurin because that game's going to be so high scoring that anyone off the bench could just get 20 points for them. And Benedict Mathurin has very much got the capability to do that and all. And then after the news now, I don't know. My head says Duarte, but my heart says Bol.
Yeah. I honestly, fuck it. I'm going Bol. I'm planting the flag. Bol season tonight. DeJounte Murray is fine. I talked about Kennard already. We mentioned OG. Arthur, Trey Murphy is questionable. I like Trey Murphy if he plays, but he is questionable. All right, here. Wow, is Jordan Clarkson's cap is 23?
Yes, he's in my limited. I didn't even realize this until I was filling out my lineups. He's in my limited underdog. Jordan Clarkson. 23 is nuts.
Yeah, well, man, any other night, I would say Clarkson without batting an eye. I do think Cole Anthony's going to play like 33 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's Cole Anthony. Here, well, we got a bunch more people here. Shout out to all the noobs. Do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Kaminga. We're giving away a rare tier card, and I said it earlier. It's a bowl. So like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Kaminga. We'll give that away at the end. It's too late to enter the KD and Brunson. We already have 300 people in there. That's happening at the end as well. But a lot of you already did it. So there you go. All right, back to questions. I'm going to try to catch up here. Adebayo, we already talked about Adebayo. Let's see what else we got. Jared Allen. We talked about Allen, I think. It's not 50, but it is cap at 38 with a projection of 40. But he's been awesome, man. What are Jericho's? I don't think is Jericho Sims back?
No. I don't think he is. I don't think he's a player. I've not seen him at all.
No, I don't. Yeah. Also, you just get somebody else, Zyler. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, man. All right. Ibrahim saying Fox, Peyton Watson, Aaron Gordon, or Porzingis, Monk, and Reeves. That's tough, man. I think it's the first one. I think I want Fox.
Yeah, I'd definitely go for the first one, especially because the Al Horford thing will make me think that Porzingis is only playing one anyway. So, I'd go for that.
Tommy Walker says, who do you like in the 21 range? You need to choose from Watson, Beef Stew, Gordon, DSJ, and KCP. Wait, which Gordon is that?
Yeah, what Gordon is that? That's not Aaron Gordon, is it?
No.
Is that going to be Eric Gordon?
Oh, yeah. Eric Gordon's still questionable, too. I think I honestly like what I'm seeing from Peyton Watson, and if they decide on a back-to-back tonight to slow down some of their stars, maybe they give him a little bit more run. He's a young guy. I think I kind of like Peyton Watson there.
Yeah, I don't mind the KCP shout and all. I think he'll always get you in and around the mid to high 20s, and he can go for a mid-30 game. So KCP or Watson for me.
All right, I like that. Burks and Kyrie or Hartenstein and LeVert. Definitely Burks and Kyrie for me.
Yeah, Burks
even
and Kyrie.
Yeah, even if Burks doesn't play tonight, and just cross your fingers. We got J-Dub and Jared Allen, or Zion and Daniel Gafford from our guy Dennis. Whew, we haven't we looked up all of those projections except for Gafford, so let me pull that up. But do you have a lean?
I would lean J-Dub and Jared Allen just because Jared Allen's projecting very well. So.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Zion's more fun. He always is, but it's Jared Allen.
Yeah, I know. Should I play? Okay, Snoopaloop, come on, too soon. Let Ricky Rubio live.
Oh, man.
We kind of talked about Allen or KP already. Simons or Bam? Oh, that's who I wanted to mention Simons. So, why is that not? There it is. Cap of 41 of the projection at 39. This is when I get excited about Simons. So his most recent game, he was on a minutes restriction. It shouldn't be tonight. They're missing a ton of people. But if Luka doesn't play, I love Anthony Simons. If Luka plays, Anthony Simons is probably only playing 2 quarters because they're going to get smoked.
Yeah, I can't argue with any of that.
I think you play Bam, though. Bam's the play here, right?
I'd be rolling out Bam personally.
Yeah. We looked up Alec Burks earlier. I think he's got a cap of 14, the projection of 20, something like that. It's around that range. All right, let's see. What else we got? People just sharing their lineups. First night for So Rare NBA is tonight. Noob. Oh, your first night here, Super Toro? Or first time playing ever? Hell yeah. Welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Ghost Hulk 22 or Sunday. I don't know what are we doing? Jameson asked about Maxey. I don't think I looked up his projection.
Maxey actually, I think he's projecting somewhat well, but he really just does worry me. Like I just think he's going to get like 40. Like that's what it is. And I don't have a guy, and I'm not going out and buying new guys for it currently because I've already just dropped money on new rare cards. So I think he's an okay play, but there's going to be better ones out there.
I just hope OG's not covering him. That's what I'm going to root for. But I like Maxey. I like that Embiid's back. I think it's fine. Dennis says Curry and Royce or Brogdon and it's Curry and Royce.
Yeah, Curry and Royce.
I can't trust Balcom Brogdon. Balcom Brogdon is what I just
Malcolm. Yeah, there you go.
Zyler said Bam or Fred. Yeah, I think it's anything that's close with Bam. I think I'm taking Bam.
I agree.
George, can't you fit in Triple J and Clarkson instead of Hart and Maxey? Just a thought.
I could if I owned a Triple J limited, but I'm an idiot and don't have one. So,
THJ. Wow, Tim Hart. So again, Hardaway is somebody that I would like more if Luka is out. His cap's all the way up to 30, which is kind of high for Timmy. So I think, are you taking Jeremy Grant here? Or are you taking Timmy?
I'm like an old school lover of Jeremy Grant. Anytime he's a somewhat of an option, I really like him.
That's right.
And well, I've just seen his scores recently. Maybe I don't love him, but I think I'd go Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm taking Jeremy Grant there. I'm not messing around. I'm taking Jeremy Grant. Real quick, hey, just want to remind the people here, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Kamingo. We got 138 entrants, baby. Also want to remind the people to go check out Swingman Pod if you haven't done that yet. Swingman at 784. Dropped a link into the chat over there. Let's get him cooking. We're going to cook for about 15 more minutes or so, and then we'll get on out of here. All right, let's see what else we got here. No more injury news that I've seen. Desmond Bane, people are asking about Bane. Bane actually still has a ceiling with Ja back. I know people, it's just maybe not as consistent, but cap of 40, the projection of 37. So maybe we need that cap to come down a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't be. There's a lot of options I'd be picking over Desmond Bane this week.
People actually want the OG projection. Fine. I will do it. All right. OG has a cap of 25 with a projection of 31. I think, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. I think that's too high. 31 seems like a lot.
He's a bit different to the quickly and potentially even the RJ Barretts. I would still wait to see how his role officially settles in, is what I'd say.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. Jared Allen and Obi Toppin or Pirtle and Gobert? I don't want to play Obi Toppin ever, but it is a good matchup. I don't know. What are you doing here?
I think the guy that won Limited Champion this week played Obi Toppin last week. Really? I think I saw that. I'm going to double check it, but yeah, I think I'd go for the top one. I think I'd go for the first one. He won. He won Limited Champion. Wow. Giannis, Tyrese, Brooke Lopez, Obi Toppin, and Malik Monk. Yeah. So
I hate that. I hate it. Şengün or Jamal Murray? Wow, that's tough. I think it is Şengün though. Let's see. What do you?
I would be leaning Sengun without looking at the projections, based purely on who they've got.
Yeah.
And also the Rockets are just kind of fun this year. I don't know what it is. They just are. They have good vibes for me, I feel.
Yep, I'm with you. Şengün projects better. I love Jamal Murray. He's one of my favorite players in the league right now, but it's Şengün. Ian says Okoro and IQ or Bol and Kuz.
Ooh. I mean, look, we're asking me here, so we all know where this is going. Because I feel like if you have a Bol, I would be more upset if I didn't play him and he did really well than if I played him and he sucked. That's how I personally see this. So, and also Kuzma, all jokes aside, with the All-Star voting, he has been scoring really well on Sorare this year. So, I actually would be going Bol and Kuz, I feel.
Yeah, no, that is the right move. Steph Jamal or Scary Terry. Guys, I know it's got Steph, right?
Yeah, it's Steph-less. It's Steph-less is what it is. So
I know. I think it's Steph. What does what does Jaime have to do to claim the Triple J nickname from Jaren Jackson Jr.? That's a great, just not follow out, I think. Brogdon or Strus? Let's go. Brogdon has cap of 28 with a projection of 26. Strus is loose. This projection's nuts to me. Projection of 35.
I think they're just assuming he's going to hit like 9 threes or something like that. That's literally it. So, but I mean, they're projections, people. They're not actual guaranteed results.
Yeah,
I think people need reminding sometimes. They can flunk the projection and get nowhere near it. So,
yeah,
just sometimes you do need a bit of an IKB. That's all I'll say.
I think I still would take Strus over Brogdon because I just don't trust Brogdon's minutes.
When the other two are playing, Brogdon is a little bit less of an enticing play, but when they don't play, he's really good. So there's the flip side with him.
Mirza saying, should I play SGA and Trey? Yeah, yeah, man,
you should
definitely. Dinwiddie or Claxton, the Battle of Brooklyn here. Dinwiddie has a cap at 33 with a projection of 31. I'm always taking Claxton here if everybody's playing. Yeah, cap at 35 with a projection of 37. You with Claxton as well?
I should say I really do like Spencer Dinwiddie just in general. His whole thing of where he was like, pick my next NBA team and pay me my salary. That was a little bit of an interesting move that he done a few years back. But,
in Bitcoin?
Yeah, it was like, was it Bitcoin that he did that in? He was like,
yeah, he got paid to
raise my salary.
Yeah, he's an investor in NBA Top Shot too.
So I do like Spencer Dinwiddie, but I think as a play this week, it'll be Nick Claxton.
Yeah, I think so. I'm taking Claxton. Paul George, I don't know what his cap is. Let's look up Paulie. Paul George, cap at 39, projection at 39. There you go. That helps no one. Alpha, what we saying with Houston, quickly, Cole, Triple J, and Mathurin? Yeah,
I'm saying that's a good lineup. There you go.
That's a great lineup. Yeah. AFC Red. I think we talked about Gafford a little bit ago. He doesn't project cap at 35, projection at 30. I mean, he's fine. I don't love it. Give me your wild horse pick for the weekend if you have one.
I love that as a question. I really do. Wild horse pick. Oh, okay.
I love this.
Here's a thinker. Oh, hang on a second. I mean, we've spoken about the guy pretty much probably every goddamn week. Yeah. But surely there's a little bit of love for Jordan Poole in MSG. Surely there's a little bit.
God rest your soul. I think this isn't too wild, but Jalen Johnson. I think you know what? I'll make it wild. Jalen Johnson is going to score more than 45 so rare points.
Oh,
there you go.
Jordan Poole's going to drop 50 in the Garden. There you go.
He's going to drop 50 grand maybe, but I don't know if
in singles.
Christian Guinea says White Holiday or Porzingis Paul George. I think it's the second one because I feel like White and Holiday can both get there, but I don't like them in the same lineup.
Yeah, I'd be leaning Porzingis, Paul George. Paul George also, I know he's projecting like the exact same as his cap, but he'll always be the guy that can go in the 50s and 60s, I feel.
Absolutely.
Right, so.
Absolutely. Fiorello is saying Sabonis and Bridges or Randall and Triple J. Wow, I think this is really tough. I think this one's really tough. But I think it's go ahead.
I would lean Randall, Triple J. Sabonis is coming off that outrageous game. And I know that sort of like you shouldn't really do this in terms of looking for predicting future results, but I don't think he's had 2 mental nights in a row for a very long time. In any case, it just isn't in my memory. And regular season Randall, enough said.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck, we gotta get a drop. Man, my bad. Sleeping at the wheel, dude. Sleeping at the wheel.
Regular season Randall.
Yeah, I think Randall and Triple J can both get you 55. I don't know if Sabonis. Well, Sabonis can, but Bridges. Suggs or Cole Anthony. God, it's like picking your favorite son. I think I'd go Suggs just because I don't like Cole Anthony, but Cole Anthony's probably the better play. I don't know. What do you think?
Anthony Black. There you go.
Oh wow, yeah. He's like, I won't choose. I'll choose my third son. Cap at 20 says Ewan. The cap at 20. Look, Wendell Carter Jr. if he plays, Isaiah Jackson's kind of interesting. I don't hate that, but I think you're probably better off scrolling. Jalen Smith's fine. Trey Jones is fine. Josh Hart, Herb Jones. I don't know. None of those feel great, but those are some of the plays that pop. Let's see. People are asking about Wendell Carter Jr. We don't know if he's playing yet. I think he's fine if he plays. Wow. Okay. Corey Kispert or Jalen Smith. Have we talked about Kispert?
I don't think I've spoken about Corey Kispert since like the final 5 game weeks of last season. Is what it feels like, really.
Yeah, I think I would just take Jalen Smith. I like the environment. Rozier. Okay, this is actually a good one because I do think DeRozan takes a little bit of a step back with both Levine and Vooch coming back. So I think I would lean Terry here.
It's just a bit mid, isn't it? Like Rozier or DeRozan. I think Scary Terry's definitely got the highest ceiling, is what I'd say.
Yeah. Christian Wood or Christian Brown. Wow, we're just picking your favorite Christians now. I don't think we've talked about Brown at all. I Wood projects better, but like, fucking good luck, man.
Yeah. There's enough said there.
Does Mo Wagner? Jaden Hardy. Both of these guys need somebody to sit first. So I don't feel good about either of those. MVP, AD, Trey, or SGA. I'll let you take this one. I know you just recently bought an AD.
It's probably SGA, but I would like to think it'll be Anthony Davis. But I just know he's been the guy that's been a Q tag all year. And now I finally buy him. He's gonna be like, he's missing 4 weeks, right?
No, he's gonna be healthy. This is a different year.
I think tonight he plays, but it'd just be like sod's law that it ends up happening to me. But
no, it's gonna be a good night. All right, I'm gonna try to do rapid fire here. Herb Jones or Josh Hart? I mean, Josh Hart is definitely playing with his role. Herb Jones might have if Trey Murphy gets ruled out. Herb Jones, there you go. People ask about Barlow. I mean, good luck projecting the Spurs, man. He's not projecting there. Hold on. Let me double check this. Barlow is not projecting at all. So again, I think all projection sites I use refuse to project Spurs. Okay, best lower cap here. Olivier Maxence Prosper, Georges Niang, Max Christie, or Dyson Daniels.
For me, that's Georges Niang.
Yeah, I think like Niang and Max Christie should be 1A and 1B. I think OMP, if everybody else gets ruled out from Dallas, I like. But you need 2 more dudes to get ruled out. So you got a long way to go. All right, John, Michael Jordan or LeBron. Give me Jordan. Come on. Jalen Johnson's only $50. Is he only $50? I haven't looked up Jalen Johnson's price. People saying Vooch played at 23 to 25 minutes. Okay, here we go. Nick Rich or Goga?
Goga.
There we go. There we go. This is gonna be the last question right here. Burks, Trey Jones, Batum, Josh Green, or Hardy? I'm just rolling with Burks.
But I think Trey Jones is definitely an interesting one. If he starts in that point guard role, I think he's a 17 cap. Wemby won't play one of those games, I think, if they're on a back-to-back. So I think Trey Jones is interesting, but definitely Alec Burks. Yeah,
I know, was asking about Jordan McLaughlin. I don't know why he's been playing more lately. I don't know I don't know if somebody's been hurt or what's been happening, but he has been getting more minutes. So there you go. All right, all right. I'm doing one more. God damn it, I'm doing one more. Peyton Watson is projecting He's got a cap of 21, the projection at 18, almost 19. All righty, let's do it. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Kaminga. George, you got anything coming up on the Swingman pod these days?
No, we've got our all-star selections that are going to be coming out relatively soon. It all depends on if I'm on a gallivanting trip next week. I'm not sure where I will be, but that will be dependent on when the all-star pod comes out. So I think we're just going to be doing a thing where we all gather around and then we pick our one all-star team, because I think they're going to be very similar now that they're just positionless. So just some of the guys that should be in there that probably are now not going to be, because one position is going to dominate them. But no, 2-3 Sorare videos every now and then, every week, I should say, not every now and then. So yeah, come and subscribe. There's stuff down below. Come and check us out. It would be everything.
Hell yeah, I love that. Go check out Swingman Pod. I shared the link a couple of times. You can also find it in the show notes. Real quick, I'm just going to plug some stuff before we get into the giveaways. Obviously, if you're here, you're already subscribed to the Team Hold So Rare channel. Look at that. That's fun. All those live before locks. We also do a value hunting show a couple times a week here. And then George and I do the So Rare Sharps, which we had the Future of So Rare NBA this past game week. But we also have a couple of other channels here. Team Hold Live, we do an NBA morning show every single day, Monday through Friday at 9, just kind of breaking down what's going on in the basketball world. We also had a hilarious show, the 89 Cavs, we do on Wednesday nights, but we did it on Thursday this past week, which is we did a draft of the best of 2023, and that was hilarious. We had the second half of it, I highly recommend. So go check out that. And then we also have Team Hold Sports, which is popping, baby. I feel like every time we check in, we've got more subs. So this is
that Sengun video over like 1 million views now.
Shengun's we got Shengun up to 15K. We got who will top the 5 best NBA guards at 10K. Jalen Brunson at 2.5K. There's another one that popped too. What am I blanking on? Oh, LeBron at 12K. And then Kevin Durant at 138. So views.
You love the YouTube algo. The YouTube algo really, it's like the same on shorts. You'll either get a short that will hit 10K views or it hits 85. 5. There's no variance between them. I did say I was going to say I caught the end of that 89 Cavs stream, because normally they're on a little bit of a different time for me.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched the 89 Cavs, genuinely, it's like you walk in there, it's just like 3 guys having a chilled conversation, and it's just quite funny, because sometimes you just like lose your brain into some part of it and you can just listen back to it. So
it is a good it's two of my comedian friends, Justin and Steve, who are in New York, and Justin's a diehard Pistons fan, which has been very funny this year. It was we had a good time. All right, if you win this card right now, if you win this spin right here that's happening, you are winning a Bowl rare tier card. You can join the Discord. There's a link in the description. Join the Discord. Shoot me a message in there, or you can tag me on Twitter and something, and I'll get it to you. I'm telling you right now, I am playing Bowl this game week. So if you win, you're getting it on Monday. All right? You're not getting it today because, John, if you're listening, you guys changed the rules. No, they changed the rules for good. It was a good rule change, but you're not getting it until Monday. We're going to spin this right now. Let's see who's getting the Bowl. Let's go. Who's getting them legs for days? I love it says Trash European. Yeah. Trey's World Sports. Shorts. Wait, I need to know what's going on here. Are you a shorts collector of Trae Young?
He is a short man, so it could be that.
It could be. Hey, listen.
For the NBA, he's a short man. But
yeah. As a 5'7" man myself, we rep short kings. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Trey's World Shorts. Congrats. Shoot me a message wherever you can. Now, for what also, I love this response just because I grew up in the poker world. Just like, damn, good game, man. GG. There it is. Trey, let's go. Trey's World Shorts. Hell yeah. He's shorting on Trey.
Trey Young options. That's a great
All
comment.
Right. We're going to go over here. Wait, no, shut up. It's Hershey. There's nothing about me that screams tall. All right. I don't think anybody thinks. George, how tall are you?
I'm like 6'1".
6'1", what the fuck, man? TST's tall.
Yeah, when we get that picture, when I'm in New York and we blow up the internet with that picture, that's how we're gonna do it. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, TST's tall, Jeb is tall. John, not so much. Me and John, we're repping the short kings, baby. We are the Ish Smiths. All right, here we go. This right here, I think I'm gonna have George.
Are you trying to hypnotize the entire stream here? This is what I feel like is about.
Oh wait, shit! No. This does not count. No, this does not count. I'm saying this does not count. Hold on. I'm not even gonna let anybody know who won. There we go. I'm not even going to let anybody know
Are
who
you
won.
just doing it now? So, oh, hang on. Is this the wheel that then makes sure that I win? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Right.
So also, yeah, Botavine is really tall. All right. No one knows who won. That was that. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to say you're going to decide. Does Kevin Durant go first or Jalen Brunson?
Well, does Kevin Durant drive the bus of this giveaway? I think that's where we should argue.
Well, you know what? Kevin Durant's a year 1, Jalen Brunson a year 2.
Jalen Brunson's the better card then. If he's the year 2, Jalen Brunson's the better card. So
all right,
this
here
is
we
the
go.
KD. We'll do the KD first.
We're doing the KD first?
I'd say yes. Leave the best till last. Always.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to shuffle this a couple times here. All right, so this is for the Kevin Durant year 1 card. Same thing. If you win this thing, shoot me a message on Twitter. I'll also reach out because I've got all the handles. Winner is Sorare or no. I'm sorry. That is Eastern European. That's Sorare.
I think it's so Rakitic is what it's
So
gonna be.
Rakitic.
So I think he's going to be on the football side, and he's an Ivan Rakitic stan.
Yeah,
that's where I'm guessing from.
There we go. All right, so that is the Kevin Durant year 1. All right, I got to write this down though because I've done this before and I've not written it down.
I did this when I gave away the Larry Nance Jr. the other week. I was like, "You send me the offer, and then I'll just accept it." I think in big brain, and then had like 7 people ask for it, and I'm like, I didn't get his name, so now I can't accept it. And then I ended up finding Trevor in the end. So,
it was Trevor, right? Trevor B.
Yeah, it was T Bliss. T Bliss. He never came and explained that profile picture. Trevor, if you're here, we want to know where it was. That's all we want to know.
That's what we needed to know. All right, here we go. This right now, Jalen Brunson, year 2. Bing bong, boys. Bing bong, boys. Yeah, not Mike's first rodeo. I gave away 350 NBA Top Shot moments at once. Here it's going to Dad or Cruncher. Let's fuck moms. I don't. I was trying.
Can you just confirm? I also like. I'm gonna say so. I'm data. You can always tell from the British and the English guy when there's data involved. Yeah, we need to know the abbreviation. Where's the LFM? Where are we going with this here? If it is that, I feel like you get something else on top. So,
all right. Listen, I'm gonna confirm. Make sure they exist. I mean, they did for the most part. But I'll double check. And if those aren't received in the next week or so, we'll do this again. But I do just want to say thanks, man. It's been cool building it to everyone tuning in this channel. I think we started this at the beginning of or maybe 2 weeks into the Sorare NBA season. And so I appreciate everyone getting involved with it, getting us over 500. And this Live Before Lock show is really, out of all the shows that I do, my favorite because it's just chaos, you know. And George, I appreciate you being here, man, and doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good way for me to digest some Indian food, and it's still there. So
I honestly, I just kind of kept looking, and I was like, "Is he sweating yet? Is he sweating yet?"
It's not going to be that. There is a fan on in the background, which is also helping. But yeah, we're getting there for it.
Oh hell yeah! Well, George, thanks for joining us. Make sure you go check out the Swingman Pod. That's it for us this weekend. We'll be back on Monday with the NBA Bit with another episode of Value Hunting, and then some more Live Before Lock. For George, or you got something? You gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say if we will also have sharps on Wednesday. It all depends on if I'm in a wee country, is all I'll say. But
that's right. Bonjour, mon ami.
It's only potential. It's only potential. I probably will be here, but we'll wait and see.
I probably will. I've already given up. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Best of luck this game week. We are out.